am going to make a very simple meal tonight. It is vegetables mixed with eggs. So first of all, I'm gonna start out with a sweet potato that I will cut up into squares and put it into the oven at 425 degrees, and you leave it in the oven for about 30 minutes with some olive oil and seasonings. So that's what I'm gonna do first. So that takes the longest. This is the final result after everything's done. Whoops. My bad. Okay. So this is the final result after it's all diced. I'm just going to add some olive oil, sometimes a lot, and then I have some lemon pepper from the co-op. Really enjoy seasoning, so I'm gonna go all out. Another kind of seasoning I love is this organic sprinkle 24 herbs and spices. Just gonna put this on. Alright, and then I always just use my hands and mix it all together. Kind of flatten them out so it's just one even space. Okay, now they're ready to go in the oven. I just set the timer for 25 minutes so that I can check on them. I'm just gonna wash up my hands because I've got a lot of olive oil and seasonings. Alright, now on to chopping the rest of the vegetables. So today what I want to add is, of course, a red bell pepper, an onion, some criminy mushrooms. These ones are organic from the co-op. And then this is my new favorite thing, okay? It is what's it actually called? The elephant garlic. Yeah. It is about halfway. Here's the onion, for example. It's pretty huge. So I love garlic, and once I saw this, I just had to grab it. So this is one, what are they called? Clove of garlic? One head of garlic. And they're fairly easy to peel, easier than the smaller ones. But anyway, let me get my knife here. Still gonna cut off the end. Kind of see if I can squish it to make it a little bit easier to take off the rest of the peeling. So with these big ones, what I have been doing is kind of cutting them lengthwise and then into smaller pieces. Now, sometimes these ones are actually very pungent and they make my eyes water just like an onion would, so just be on the lookout for that. That just means they're good. And the tool that I have been recently introduced to is the garlic press, and it is so wonderful. So it comes with this little piece here, and this, and you just put that in there. And then you just press it. So what I'm gonna use is this, and put a little olive oil again. I need to cut these into smaller pieces. Okay, just one in here. They're kind of, some of them can be difficult to kind of squeeze, but, and you'll notice that there's like these little or bigger pieces that get stuck up here in this area. I still use them. I know some people don't, but I use garlic. Okay, so I'll just keep doing this till all of it is done and used. So this is how much garlic is in the pan after squeezing that whole clove in there. Next, I'm going to move on to the bell pepper. And obviously you can just cut these however you normally do. It's just going to go into the pan and be heated up essentially until it's tender, so it doesn't really matter. Obviously rinse off your food before you put it into your recipes, especially now with the flu season and everything that's going around, so it's very important. So here's the cut up bell pepper as well. Next, I will go after the onion. And obviously just cut it up just the way you normally do as well. Alright, here it is with the onion. I'm just going to move on to the criminy mushrooms. Wow, they're so pretty. Gonna move on to the eggs. So the ones that I use are the organic cage-free eggs that are from Walmart, just because Walmart is closer than Winco in Pullman. So that's just one that I use all the time. And since there's 7 eggs left, I'm just gonna put them all in. I'm just gonna check on the sweet potatoes to make sure they aren't burning, and I might flip them too. also with that, you can put your sweet potatoes just in the pan with all the rest of the veggies as well, but I think it's better in the oven and baked just because it gets a little bit more crispy, and I kind of like that. So next, here's the 7 eggs that I put in the bowl. I'm gonna grab my whisk. Never mind. I am just going to use a fork. Just gonna stir everything. And then with the eggs, I'm gonna mix it with some, right now I have some coconut almond blend of the Khalifa Farms. They're carrageenan free, which is just a emulsifier. But I guess has chemicals in it. I haven't done a lot of research on that yet, but and then I just love lemon pepper so much. I am almost out, so I think I need to get another bag. But I'm just gonna sprinkle this in as well. And also what I'm gonna add this time, just to try it, is some nutritional yeast. And I got the Bragg's nutritional yeast. This is just because I'm a little bit more plant-based. I do still have, obviously, chicken and those lean meats, but I never have any red meat just because I can't digest it very well. I'll make it for Ricky sometimes, and his favorite thing is meatloaf that I make that I might put on here. But anyway, here's some nutritional yeast with some B vitamins that are super good for you. Okay, if I was eating this by myself, I'd put some turmeric in. If you haven't tried that with eggs, I think it's pretty good, but Ricky doesn't really like it, so I'm not going to add it in this time. And I just mix it in until it's fairly frothy and creamy. I'm gonna add the mushrooms into the pan. I'm just gonna add some of this too. Kind of go gung-ho on the seasonings. Actually, I'm gonna go prune some basil off of my plant, and I'll also put that in here as well. Alright, so I've got a pretty good handful of my fresh basil. You don't have to add this. I know that basil can be pretty spendy at the grocery stores. I'm just mainly using it because it's here in my house and it has great antimicrobial properties as well as the garlic that I put in, so I'm just kind of adding it in for flavor, and yeah, you can choose to put it in or not. So I'm just going to chop that up into some smaller pieces as well. I take out the stalks though, just because. Alright, and I'm just going to put them directly into my egg bowl. And stir it around. Next thing is to add the onion, or the next thing is to add the eggs into all of the veggies, and then I'm also going to add some spinach on top of it. And you can be very, very, you can add a lot of spinach and it'll just add to the nutritional value. Spinach wilts when it gets heated, so if you put a huge handful in and you think that that's a lot, it's really not when it gets heated. So I always just add a bunch. Alright, and that was 25 minutes, so I'm going to take the sweet potato out of the oven. It looks perfect to me. Pretty crunchy. Now I'm adding the egg mixture. Actually, I'm going to add some more olive oil. Bring it over here so maybe you can see a little bit better. Here's the spinach. Okay, and see how much is in here. It's like fourth of the thing. I'm just gonna take like pretty much all of it and put it on top. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a lot of it. Okay, we'll just mix it all together. Lid on it. Alright, and then what you can do, if you decide, you can put the sweet potatoes in with everything, or you can just leave the sweet potatoes out for kind of like a side. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it all in just to make it a little bit easier, and then I'll show you the final product. So it's all done now, and I'm just gonna put it on my plates and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, this is one of my more simple meals, just a kind of quick and easy thing to make during the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I think what I'm gonna do with this is just top it with some ketchup, and then we'll have dinner. Alright, have a good night, guys.